Greetings, 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 everyone. Happy Saturday. How are you? How are you doing? What's going on with you? Well, I tell you, you ever have that feeling that you think you're missing something or forgetting something? Well, I have that feeling. And I've been thinking all jamming through the jam, the intro music, and it will not come to me. I'm like, what is it? I always get the little nervousness. I don't know why, but every time I get a little nervous before I go on because, in the back of my mind, I'm concerned about mispronouncing words and all that kind of stuff. And then I said, wait a minute, you already know. You tongue tied, you mispronounce words, so what? And then I'm like, that's right. I don't care. But why do I go through that every time? I don't know. I just think too hard. That's all it is, just thinking too hard. But I will tell you, the weather is nice in Chicago. Oh my goodness, 2 days in a row I didn't have to turn this darn air conditioning on. You just don't understand because it gets too cold. The body just want natural air. It doesn't want the air conditioning. I mean, well, you want the relief from it, but in long periods of time, it just doesn't work out. And I think that I recall what that thing was that I wanted to, I was forgetting, and I think it's my intro. I wanted to mention something in the YouTube streets, which I kind of don't really mention stuff in the YouTube streets. I mean, I do, but um, normally, out of courtesy, I don't talk about situations too much. Because people, they're sensitive. They so sensitive about their like Erica Badu. But this particular thing I was looking at, um, and I always call her name Tanya TKO. I just love her stuff. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I just love her stuff. I love her style. And I was just looking at a situation that happened recently, and how she brought different points to look at things, even in a lot of chaos. And I wish I can just speak as fluently as she does because I have the ideas in my mind. I get a lot of it out and I tell you guys different things, but I guess I like that perfection that she has when she's explaining. And I think that's just something to desire. So I really hope that I get across a lot of points that I actually have. Like last night, last night we had people on the panel. We all gave our ideas and stuff. But what I really wanted people to notice and understand that as a people, people of color, we always had to do something to get by. It's nothing new. And I don't even have a problem with what had happened. I even was saying, darn, I wish I could have gave a woman the idea to make it happen. But you have to stand on your square. If she was able, and see that man, he knows her. He's been able to sit on her couch for years, not do anything. So for her to act as if she's standing on her square to say, look, you're going to give me half of this money or else. That's just it. If you don't give me half, I'll make sure that nobody gets anything because you're using my children. This is for both of us. This is to help both of us. This is to help my children. This is to help the eviction part from your girlfriend, and we can live in harmony. But a lot of times, greed comes into play, and more than a little, greed always kind of come into play. It has an ugly head and it rears. But look at it, try to get past all of that, and we'll be all right. We will. I've seen many different, I don't even want to call it scams, I want to call it hustles. And it's what we do to survive. I watched it from the 80s on up. I watched the babysitting scam. I watched the card game scam. Um, the guy that used to get on the train or the bus with the newspaper and the three tops with the little whatever that thing was. Everybody's trying to make a little extra. selling your food stamps, braiding someone's hair, uh, doing other favors. We always been people that survived, and that's what I really wanted to bring to the forefront of last night's live stream. And hello, everybody that's over on the Shar Willie channel, Conversation with Shar. Hello. I want to go ahead and start getting that channel built up so we'll have a place to go in case we can't do it over here because you never know what happens. And then also, hello everyone on Facebook. Thank you so much also for joining us. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar over there, but we have a thing that we do over here. We have to, we appreciate our co-hosts. They just the best. So what we do, we have a lot of fanfare. And it's exciting for you. You can get up and dance, but raise your hands up in the air. That's not hard to do, right? So raise your hands up in the air, wave them like you just don't care. Okay, so start doing that. You got it? Oh, okay, I can see you. Yeah, okay. Now, the next thing we do is once she comes in and you welcome her, you finish your dance and everything, just smile. That's all it takes. Let's do it, everybody. Welcome the Jamaican Canadian princess. Yeah.
Go down there, why not go down there? Go down there, why not go down there? Why not go down there? Go down there.
Stay down there, girl. Stay down there.
I'm down here. I'm down here. Please don't make it so urgent. I'm here. I'm down. I'm down. Twerk, twerk, twerk. How you doing this afternoon, Shar?
I am doing well. How are you?
Oh, not too shabby. Not too shabby. As long as it's my birthday season, there's never a bad day in Ruby Land. So all in all, doing well. Doing well.
All right. Good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, listen, we got some great Kens and Karens today. A whole crazy selection to choose from. But I gotta tell y'all, man, I was just this one story. I think I'm gonna do this story probably first to get it out of the way because it's just sad, and I'm playing sad. The last part of the video, I'm gonna play the saddest part of this video because I want us to feel sad. I know that sounds messed up, but I do because it actually relates back to something we talked about earlier, and we'll get into it. But it's just we get so focused on the Karens, right, and police brutality, and on this and on that, and all this stuff, and sometimes we kind of miss the systemic issues.
Hmm.
And I just like this one because it really talks about guys, no matter that Jay-Z song. I don't care if you're rich, you're poor, you're you're young, you're old, still nigga, right? Like that.
Yeah.
That's what this story is, and it breaks my heart a little bit. So I'm just like still riding on the wave of misery from reading up on that. But other than that, we good, we good, we good.
Okay. Well, I agree with you. I think that might be a place to start first. Get that out the way so we can, kind of build up the momentum as the show go on.
All right, yeah, let's do that then. Okay, so oh, cause sorry, did you have something else to say? I was just like.
No, go right on ahead.
I'm like so hyper focused. You have no idea. Like it's been consuming me all day, and I just found it today. So I had to really do a deep dive, and the video is like an hour long. So I obviously couldn't show all of it, which means I have to go through it and find and okay. Um,
Yeah.
Before we get to the news story, some of y'all might have heard the news story, but before we get to the news story, I'm gonna ask y'all: do y'all remember Syesha? Her name is Syesha Mercado. She was on I can't even remember what season of American Idol it was. It was a long time ago. Um, she was she was so sweet. That's what I remember about Syesha. She was just the sweetest little thing. You know what I mean? With this, it was kind of sad story, but didn't turn her into a bitter girl. Now, I'm gonna play y'all a little clip of her singing on American Idol. It might refresh y'all's memory about who Syesha is. I mean, the girl's got pipes.
Okay.
All right, she, she might have you. I don't know. We're gonna have to judge who's got more pipes, she or Syesha. Let's see. All right.
Now he'll go his way, and I'll go my way. Tomorrow we'll meet the same place and time. Me and Mr.
Damn.
John.
Good, good, good.
Woo. Like, come on now. Pipes for days. Pipes for days.
Yeah.
Right? Beautiful, beautiful voice. And thereafter she did a lot for the community that she lives in, to the point where she actually got the keys to the city, Sarasota.
Oh.
So now, you would think to yourself, well, how could this possibly be leading to a sad story, right? Seems like this woman, she's, you know, clearly famous, maybe not rich, but, famous. And,
Hmm.
we know of her, and, she's done amazing things. Like, she has the key to the city, right? So
Wow.
you would think that means something then, right? For y'all out there who just think that, oh, these things only happen to bad people. Now, the other day, I think it wasn't last week, it might have been the week before, we were talking about the injustices that there are in what do you guys call it? Child Protective Services, I think you call it.
Yes, CPS. Yes.
CPS,
Hmm.
where, when they eliminate race as a factor for making decisions, they make better decisions, because when they know race is a factor, they tend to let more horrific non-black people keep their children and demolish them, and they take away far too many innocent black women's children. Um,
Yes.
and that is the case with Syesha. Now, this story, it's even deeper than just like they took a kid. This weird. I'm going to show you them taking her second child, but they took the first one. Um, and what's crazy about this is the reason why they took her first child was not because, I don't know, something terrible happened. Like,
Hmm.
your kid gets sick, right? You bring your kid to the hospital.
Yes.
Seems like a reasonable thing you should be able to do when your kid isn't feeling well. Well, when she did this, they took her child. Yeah.
Uh,
Why did they take her child? Well, what they said was basically this child was, how do I explain it? This child had just transferred from breastfeeding to bottle and was getting a little bit dehydrated. They noticed that there was, something a little off about the baby, bring the baby to the hospital. Um, the officials say, oh no, your baby's not dehydrated. I'm saying that actually your baby's severely malnourished, and you refused a B12 shot, which your baby desperately needed. And they're like, wait, what? We didn't refuse a B12 shot. No one offered us a B12 shot. And I mean, it's possible the baby's slightly malnourished because, again, we just transferred the baby from breast to bottle. And issues can happen with that transfer. We saw something was happening with our baby. This is why we brought our baby into the hospital. Okay. Um, Now he was placed into foster care. It was 2-year old Amenra. That's the son's name is. And this was just a few months ago, really 10 months ago.
hmm.
Now, what happens is once you are flagged in the system, the CPS system, for any reason, they
Hmm.
are now legally allowed to stalk you, basically, which is what
Yeah.
happens, right? So that means if you have other children currently, or especially if you are about to give birth, they will track you and stalk you, which is what they did with her. Now, you have to think about it. She didn't abuse her first child. She really did nothing wrong to this first child. There's clearly a massive amount of bias, miscommunication, stuff like that. But what's worse is then what they decide to do is contact her and say, hey, yeah, we've been stalking you. We know you're about to give birth. And, basically, you already have a case before you even have a baby. So, what's what? Well, they already have a lawyer that's working on their case for their 2-year old son. And so they spoke to their lawyer, and the lawyer said, don't speak to any of the authorities directly. Tell them that they should go through me. And in the meantime, what they did was they did everything right. They brought the baby to super extra checkups, got all of the documentation, did everything that you're supposed to do, and they gave all that information to the lawyer. So that way, when CPS needed the information, government, anyone, they could contact the lawyer, they could get all the information. Now, CPS becomes aware of the fact that they have given birth to this child and no one told them that she had given birth to the child. Well, I wouldn't have told them. I would want them to sit there and volunteer information. So then they go show up at the house. Now, there's a discrepancy here. The husband says, no, she just wasn't home that day. They're saying, no, she was home. She just slipped out the back. If she slipped out the back, I don't blame her. You took her last kid for no reason. I would absolutely slip out the back too with my newborn child because you're not taking this kid from me. I don't want to hear your nonsense or your foolishness, right? Then they call and they say, hey, listen, you need to take this kid in for a checkup, blah, blah, blah. They already had done that. They said, okay, we've been advised, speak to our lawyers. The CPS worker doesn't speak to the lawyers. The CPS worker reports that as they both refused to get the child any form of childcare, refused to provide them with any information, and so therefore this child is highly at risk. Okay? And so now I won't show you the direct start of the video just because it, like I said, it is so long. But they say at the very start of the video, like, they could see it. They were sitting outside of the house. They had been stalking them, waiting for them to leave the house, right? Once they're all in the car, and the baby especially is in the car. So they could see that that was happening, and tons and tons and tons of cruisers are upon them. Like, they're very close to their household. They had just left. And so they do this roadside wellness stop. Okay? Roadside wellness stop. That's what they're calling this. And so I'm going to show you bits and pieces of this quote unquote wellness stop, so you can see what happened. Like I said, the end of this is just absolutely devastating. This is hilarious. I wrote down all of the time markers, but then I'm just seeing now that it's not actually giving me the time markers. So we'll just skip around. Y'all are going to, experiment with me. It just came out today. So
Born. Yeah, we're currently detained by Manatee County Sheriff's Department. We're surrounded right now by Manatee County Sheriff's Department, and that's our current situation. And they are wanting us to turn over our newborn.
Wow.
right. So they stop you. Oops. Really? Okay, wait. Can you see this Instagram page now? Is that what you're seeing?
Yes, a picture of the father sitting in the front seat of the
Okay.
car.
Okay, there we go. I don't know, it opened Instagram. Okay, so we're still here. Okay. So they say it's a wellness stop, right? But they stop them and immediately say turn over your child.
Right. I mean, I'm just speechless because it's getting it's gone. It has already gone too far, but now they're adding all kind of stuff. Next, they'll be saying, "Well, you owe on your Citibank account, and you need to make payment and hand that over to me." That's how far they're going with this. This is
Oh,
ridiculous.
it's absolutely ridiculous. So let's take it. Let's keep listening.
Should I know we fighting to bring Ra home? Now they're wanting to take our newborn.
Wow.
Anyone notice? You think maybe his like
Sure.
Rastafarian style dreads has anything to do with anything? Hmm.
Oh
I
yeah.
wonder.
Oh yeah.
I would. This is the most rational, calm man on the planet. I am telling you, this man is a whole rock and foundation for his family. The way he handles things, and you'll see at the end, especially. I don't know. I don't know how he was able to stand this firm and calm given the situation. It's man. Okay, let's go forward a little bit more.
Esther, Karima said Esther. Uh,
No laws have been broken. No statutes have been broken. This is
And later he actually outlines the law. They went deep into this one to make sure that they were protected so they didn't lose this baby. And then the baby gets stolen from them anyway. And I'm using that word on purpose, stolen.
yeah. She took her out. We got the car seat. No, she took her out the car seat.
Oh, so what they're trying to do right there is give them a traffic citation for the dangerous, dangerously transporting the baby because the baby isn't currently in the car seat.
All right.
The woman is sitting back there holding the baby next to the damn car seat.
And it's not moving. Oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
Getting upset. Sorry.
Y'all damn well knew that baby was in the damn car seat, and you damn well know why the woman took the baby out of the car seat because he came here and said, "We're taking your kid." Would you just leave the baby in the car seat until the authorities came and took your kid away from you? Or would you take all the time in the world to be holding that baby up close, up tight, trying to protect it because you know that they're about
Right.
to illegally take your child? Like, it's so disingenuous. Like, they're just trying to slap on extra stuff now to try to criminalize them because neither one of these people, this whole entire family, has no criminal charges, warrants, nothing, no criminal behavior. They're all legal abiding citizens, tax paying citizens. And so they're trying to criminalize them now in this moment. And you know what? To an extent, I don't blame the police 100% because they are working on the information they got from CPS, which is shady, incorrect information. But let's keep listening.
We actually have a pickup order, so we're going to put the baby in my car. Case management's going to take the baby to the hospital.
We have
Checked out.
we have the medical.
She just
She just was seen yesterday.
last
We,
night.
yeah, we have the baby
Here's
order.
all the
Yeah, they don't
you guys
care.
are going to go to the office if you want to be interviewed by this young lady right here. She's going to be responsible for that
What is she
case,
gonna eat?
case management.
Yeah, she was she's breastfed.
Take your child to the hospital. Here's all the correct paperwork. Okay?
I
That's fine.
had
She can do that in our office.
Case management's coming to transport the baby.
They coming right now.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're on their way right now.
And that's
So
can
why
I
are
see
they
that,
doing-
sir?
Why are they taking the baby?
We because we had gotten a report that you had given birth. You already have one
Oh,
child.
who said I gave birth?
I think that's the report that we got. So
It was a
Case
report,
manage-
like harmful report.
to the CPS, that's what it is.
So CPS got a report that I gave birth, like I was endangering my baby by giving birth.
No, we got the report. It said that you had given birth, and there was concern because when case management came out the night before to do a welfare check of the baby, they couldn't get in the house.
No, we didn't say that. We said contact our attorney. That's what we
We
told
don't
him.
have a contract.
CPS got the report, okay?
Yeah.
That's why we're now involved.
And our the info.
CPS came
No, we get it. No, we get it. No, yesterday we get that when they came, and I said, if you want that information, contact our attorney. They never did that. They just went and got these orders. They could have got all the information they needed through our attorney.
You already have a child that's in care. So obviously, we're going to want to make sure that this child.
No, we get that.
So,
That's why you,
when,
we get that.
When we do our job, we have to do the welfare check. Case management couldn't do that.
No, they could have. We just told them to get the information from our attorney.
So
That makes
They didn't
sense to you,
ask for a
ma'am?
welfare check. They said how Syesha.
Hold on, someone explain to me why it is that white people can tell everybody contact my attorney and it's fine, right? But when
Right.
black people do the same thing, which you actually have a right to do in America, nobody cares. Like, you did something wrong by hiring a attorney and retaining that attorney to deal with these particular affairs. And so you tell these legal entities to contact your attorney, who is a legal entity himself. And well, no, that's just pure outright denial. No, they gave you a lawyer's name and number and told you to contact the lawyer. Like, how is that not valid? Because it's coming out of a black man's mouth. Oh, okay. Just checking. Just checking.
Right.
They wanted to see you. They wanted to see the baby.
And I asked them to please contact our attorney first, and then we
As far
can.
as I know,
They didn't. No, they didn't.
They never.
So here's the situation. That
They
was
didn't
between
ask
case
us to do
management and the Children's Legal Services attorneys.
Yeah.
All of that conversation and all of that interaction happened between them, and then case management took to the attorneys, and then the attorney went before a judge. And that's what you have is that signed paperwork by a judge stating that we need to take possession. Okay, that we need to conduct. That's one. The other one is that we need to conduct welfare investigation.
No. Yeah. We got. Yeah. We got it. It's just that when the investigator was.
But can we just stay with the baby while you do all that? Can we stay with the baby?
No, let me ask this question.
Go ahead.
You've been with the company for
But they stress me out so much.
I know. Sorry. It's just all right. Just what?
tried to take the baby to someone. There was no paperwork for a baby. And operator number 11 said for us to be at the office at 8 a.m.
Okay, where did you
And
try to
we're
take
driving.
the baby at?
To the department.
Nobody was available.
Okay, but where?
To
did
the
you call?
you all sheriff's department.
Manatee County.
It's
Sheriff's
documented.
Office, operator number
Were you
11.
at Manatee County still? You called them?
Manatee County.
Did y'all hear that?
No, repeat that.
Where are these people on their way driving to? They are on their way to drive to meet with CPS to present Syesha and the baby and the medical documentation to prove that everything is well. They contacted them last night or this morning and said, okay, listen, we've got this contact and blah, blah, blah. And they said, okay, well, your caseworker is not currently available. Come into the office at 11 a.m. with the baby and Syesha. Y'all come into the office, right? And you will meet somebody so that way we can get this all straightened out. So they're on their way there. That's what they're driving to. They are driving to that meeting.
So there was a meeting. Okay.
That the police were not told of. And now, check this out. What were the police told? The police got an order at 5 a.m. to go sit outside that house and go take that baby. At 5 a.m. That's what he's saying. At 5. So, what? How? Like, they have no indication. As far as they understand, these people are ducking in and hiding from CPS. You know, they haven't seen the baby in months. No one knows where this baby is or if it's even alive and blah, blah. Like, that's how they're going on. And that's what they're lying and telling the police. So the police are functioning on that principle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? CPS is to blame here. Like I said, like, overall, right, I'm very unhappy with the situation. I'm not unhappy with the police specifically. Yes. Because they're doing their job, and honestly, they could be a lot worse than they are right now. Let's be honest, right? Like they are treating these people like they might be upper middle class white people, right? Like they are. Like, let's be honest. Yeah. Okay, let's skip forward a little bit.
Yeah, they said nobody was available. They said just come 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, 8 o'clock.
I mean, this voicemail is left. I called dispatch and both
that order since 5 o'clock yesterday.
Yeah, I called both
5
of them.
5 o'clock.
Your cell phone was in Brooksville or Lakeland or somewhere else. Okay. So, regardless of that, at this point, the way that we need to handle this is we're going to have case management transport the baby. If you guys want to, any representative. Let me finish what I was saying. We're going to take the baby, transport the baby to the hospital with case management, not law enforcement. That we can let them know that, okay? They can talk to you about it. That's fine. But we're going to transport the baby to the hospital, and then you guys
can I stay with my baby so my baby can eat?
That's between you and case management.
But how is the baby going to be able to eat?
So you take the baby now.
I'm not taking.
She won't be able to eat.
All right.
On their way right now. they're going to
Case
provide-
management is on their way.
Correct.
So will case management allow her to
That's-
drive?
That would be between
Who
them.
decides?
That would
That's
be
case management.
Yeah, it's between them and case management. All right.
You want to get out? No, they did. Teron, I have to give you a frank credit. They did deal with
Look at all those cars. Look at all those cop cars. What for?
You got a right to. If you don't speak on your rights, what's the point?
They don't follow the right. No, they don't.
Like you got a right to say whatever you gonna say. Like if you know the law, stand on your ground. That's all I'm saying. We ain't broke no laws. We ain't broke even statutes, not even laws. But we ain't broke no statutes. If you look at anybody on this live, everybody's go to state of Florida, Florida State Statute, Title 5, Chapter 39, and look at everything relating to children. And we abided by all those Florida statutes and within the confinements of the law.
We can't even go to the little emergency placement hearing.
Why?
Who? Because it's happening right now, right?
What hearing?
So they're stopping us.
There's a hearing.
You gotta get. We didn't get served for no hearing. We have to get notified for a hearing.
They said there's a placement hearing for the baby.
How? We ain't there.
Well, it's happening without you, isn't it?
No, we're gonna have a placement hearing. No, what did you talk? No, you can't. They within 20. The way the law works, within 24 hours, there's gonna be a hearing. So our attorney has all the necessary information to have her return for 24 hours.
Yeah.
It's a 24-hour
Keep
window.
your baby.
And
Okay.
what she got to do with
No.
said because I said talk to our attorney that.
Where's 36? Man. 30. How do I go? 1 minute. There. Okay.
Human traffic.
You can get out, man. That's the latest you. Yeah, I met you yesterday. Yeah.
So we're going to be taking the baby to Mansion Memorial to get the baby checked out.
This is case management.
Can we have her taken to Sarasota Memorial? That's
I
our
will.
family hospital.
Are you
preference.
recording me?
Yes.
Yeah, I am.
Yes.
Yes,
We have that,
Karen.
right?
Yes. Yes.
We have that, right?
Absolutely. You're being recorded.
So we're going to take the baby probably to Mansion Memorial.
This poor baby has been in that car all this time, boiling. They don't care. And they're trying to figure that out. Now we're going to skip forward because there's a lot of crying for the next couple minutes.
She needs next.
She needed because she.
Okay. After that's all
There we
settled,
go.
if you guys want to come.
This woman is such a. Well, y'all see. I might go say nothing. I'll reserve my right to comment.
David?
David?
So I know you guys are going to the
Ugh.
hospital with case management and everything,
Yeah.
so make sure the baby's okay. After that's all settled, if you guys want to come to our office and we can talk,
Yeah.
that's great. Let me give you my card. It has my office extension on it.
And we'll have.
Now,
Will that hearing be set for today?
I have to call our legal and find out what that is going on. I know it's already after 9, so it might not be until tomorrow.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
So
How
it's
come
like-
she can call her legal and that's fine, right? But when he says, I contacted my lawyer, can you contact my lawyer? Oh, no, well, we're taking your baby then. That's fine, right? But, like, she doesn't know nothing. It's fine. You can take my kid. Give me zero information, no information. Maybe even have to wait till tomorrow to maybe figure out some information. My kid can get lost in the system in the process. And you have to contact your legal about it.
Wow.
It's fine. This is fine. Okay.
I'm not 100%.
Not 100%. I hate this woman. I'm sorry, I do.
Yeah, we need that today because everything checks out.
Well,
There's no reason.
When I get back to the office, that's my first phone call. I'll call her. We'll figure it out. And then call me when you guys are done at the hospital.
Is your word your bond?
I'm sorry?
Is your word your bond?
I mean, she doing
No.
her job, so
I'm
let's
gonna,
see.
yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna
As
call as
I
soon as I
hope,
get.
as a collective,
No.
we haven't had the best experience with Manatee County
My
Sheriff's
first call
Department.
back to the office is gonna be our legal department. Okay.
Okay.
And well, I'll see what's going on. And then when you guys are finished at the hospital, contact me.
Nobody believes you
And we'll figure
at
it out
all.
from there.
Nobody.
Oh yeah, I called you yesterday. I called you last night. This is you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I called you
Mm-mm.
yesterday. It should be a voicemail.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Look at that dumb look on her
Uh-oh.
face.
You didn't answer? What?
Right?
What happened?
Right.
Huh?
Right. Oh, he called you, left a message. Look at this dumb
Wow.
look on your face, Both. You're gonna. I swear, when I get back, my word is bond. When I get back to the office, the first thing I'm gonna do. Really? You didn't even check your messages from yesterday.
Right.
Come on.
So,
But then you want to, well, it's after 9, so maybe tomorrow. See, this is why nothing works in bureaucracy. The woman hasn't even checked her messages from last night yet for her to deal with those issues. So by the time she gets around to you, God, I'm sorry, it's after 9 a.m. So if there's nothing I can do about it now, well, then maybe you should actually do your job on time. I don't know. Crazy me. Silly thought. I know.
right.
So I was literally like walking in the office when the sergeant called me this morning, so I barely even had time to.
This is something that all this is not even necessary. When it came to that welfare check, our attorney right there and all the necessary documentation information you guys needed, you could have got it from him. But then it's like this persona, like by me saying contact our attorney, not saying you as an individual, but you guys as a agency, like it's too easy to remove children. You know what I'm saying?
Way
like,
too easy.
This gotta stop.
Way too easy.
Yeah.
This is not this. You understand? Like
I understand where you're coming from.
are you a parent?
I'm not getting involved whether
I understand that you're a human being before you work for the sheriff
I am a
department.
human being either way. And I understand your concerns,
And
I understand your
and I'm saying, and I'm talking
Do
to you
you?
because everybody, you all are civil servants.
Right.
You're supposed to work with us. Nobody's working with us. People
no
are
one cares.
dominating us and telling us what we need to do with our own children. You understand the issue with that?
No, I completely understand.
And
I understand that.
If we were criminals, I understand. If we were breaking laws, not abide by statutes, I get that. But it's something that we have to communicate because it's like it's our role as any parent. I'm more than likely you're a parent, and you protect your babies, and that's all we're doing. You're not going to just sit there with your own baby and just be like, yeah, just go ahead. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
And I get that, and I would feel the same way.
And you think all this is necessary?
I mean, they
Like,
didn't know
think
what
about
you-
it.
They didn't know what you were doing.
We told them what we were
They
doing.
didn't know what you were
So
doing.
at that point,
Y'all track us anyways. You know where our whereabouts. They were sitting outside our home. Like what like we're on a direction to you guys. Like what are we gonna do? I'm just saying like
Right.
all this is like
Right.
this crime is being committed right now, and we're not a part of that group. And it's insane to see all of this going on in regards to a baby when you all have all the information needed to know that she's safe. Because all that court order said was you all were concerned about safety, right?
Right.
So if you
Does she look
contact our
safe?
attorney and he gives you,
Right?
I'm
Maybe
just
look fine
saying,
to me.
we can't just take.
So does the
third
sheriff's office? Does the
party-
sheriff's office not take phone calls from when the message is left? Do they not
I mean,
deliver it?
what I was saying
No,
was
I'm talking about
this.
that 1 a.m.
She's
phone
a CPR investigator, so I'm saying this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If this is how I seen it by the book should have went. If I say contact our attorney talks to whoever, whether it's the case management or you guys, and be like, we want to check on whatever the situation y'all have concerns about. If you all did that, he would have provided necessary information, and then he would have contacted us and guided us on what to do to cooperate with you all. You all just went and got court orders and said like we're not cooperating.
Yeah.
We're literally operating in the confinements of the law. We have a right as citizens to say contact our attorney
Facts.
for any information.
Right.
You all didn't do that. You understand that?
Right, I understand, but at the same time, Mom
At
went
the
out the
same
back door
time?
when CPS was trying to talk to you yesterday.
Mom wasn't there.
See?
Mom went out the back.
Okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
She can go take her baby
We were
for a
trying
walk.
to. I mean, you understand? Like our point is trying to verify the well-being.
You understand us trying to protect our babies?
Do you realize that she was
Hold on.
traumatized with the
Yeah.
other baby?
We're gonna.
No, we get it.
We're gonna just table the conversation for right now. Okay?
Yeah. I'm just
Yeah, let's just
communicating.
table it.
No, let's
Just
take each
table it.
one. Let's just table it till later. Let's take, we can have a rational
Well, yeah,
conversation.
because I feel like everything's getting a little heated.
No, I just know
heated, of course, because black
it's not
people
heated,
being
it's
upset is
based off
heated.
of all the
And it's,
inf-
and it's
That's
appropriate
facts.
emotion.
Always
If
in
you
fact.
reversed it and was sitting in our seats,
Yeah, this is your
if
baby.
you reversed it and was sitting,
She's not even a month old.
no, she's not
days
even.
old.
She's not 2 weeks old.
When
10 days old.
So
10
go to the
days old.
hospital, let's
That's what we're
get
gonna
that
do.
taken care of, and first priority is making sure baby's happy, healthy.
She's happy.
We can verify.
No, let us know
that
their
we can
first priority.
verify.
We know.
Yeah, whatever.
And you're taking my baby away from me.
I want y'all to listen to this. I want y'all to listen to this.
There's no point.
This makes me so sad. This is the last clip, y'all. I want you to listen to this poor woman who's trying to do
You don't
everything
feel
right.
nothing.
Do you not feel anything?
Let's put the baby in the
You guys, I'm human. This is
I
my
understand
baby. My
that.
baby is days old. And you're taking my baby away from me. You're taking my baby away from me. You have no heart. This is so wrong.
If you ask me.
Just give her a second. Can you give her a second?
Don't make it seem like I'm
it's
crazy,
not.
okay?
Yeah, we support. This is normal.
I know you have children.
Sarah,
This is my baby.
you may not have babies, but
I carried my baby for 9
This is-
months.
this is normal.
You don't care.
Yes, I do.
You don't care.
Would you like to put the
You
baby
could
in the
have
car
talked.
seat?
No, I don't. I want my baby.
No, of course she doesn't. No.
My baby
No.
is healthy and happy. My baby is breastfeeding from me. What are you gonna give my baby?
Please put the baby in the car seat.
Can you just give her a second? We gonna cooperate, but don't be a human before anything. We know you're doing
This
your
man
job.
is a hero.
But you have some empathy.
Oh my God.
Y'all done took our son. Now you taking our daughter.
Please put the baby
You understand that, right?
Please put the
Child
There'd be
number
something
two.
wrong with us if we didn't respond.
Oh my God.
What the world?
Girl,
It is
I-
something with those children. I'm sorry, but I want to say this real quick, and I apologize for interrupting. I normally do not interject, during a story, but I just wanted to say this. There was a couple that had their child. It was like a home birth or something, and they did something. They were concerned with the placenta, and they used the placenta for medicine afterwards and all kind of stuff. They kept the bait. They used it for formula. They did all kind of stuff with this placenta that was interesting. Never heard of it before, but it's something about that the couple, their what is it? Their health. And I'm sure that child tested with something. Now I know this is weird. I can't prove it, but I think it's something that we have, something our genetic, and I think that child tested whatever this missing thing that you don't see in black children, but every so often because of our health and diet and all of that stuff, spiritual, wherever you want to pull it from, I don't know. I don't have the answer, but I think it's something that child tested for, and that's what they want. Whatever that thing is going to help them with medicine or something other. I know it's weird. Notate I said this in August 2021, and let's just see what happens.
all right. Girl, it's something. It is something. Because this makes no sense. This makes no sense. Like, there's nothing wrong with this kid. This doesn't, oh my God. Okay, let's just keep watching. I feel my heart, I want to punch that woman in the face. That's why I said this man is a hero, okay? This man, after this, he is my hero. I have no idea how he stays so level-headed and grounded. Like, your wife, the mother of your children, they're taking your kids away, you're powerless, and she's just breaking, and he is just staying an ever-present rock. Oh my God, he's my hero. Okay.
I have to hold it together, right? I'll hold it together. I'm strong.
Y'all know what y'all doing wrong. It's your job, but it's still wrong morally and ethically.
Facts, brother, facts.
That's our attorney. Ma'am, that's our attorney.
You're traumatizing my baby. My baby's gonna cry. I don't even want my baby
You have
out
the
like
bag?
this.
I do.
Can I see it, the pacifier?
All you had to do was call the attorney. We have all the paperwork. You guys have created so much trauma. You just expect me to just come outside and be like, "Hi guys, you're my friends."
Have y'all
You're
put
not my
this? Have you all
friends.
put this
Nope.
much energy into a family that has no
This is
criminal background?
unnecessary.
She in?
You know how much I've done for this county? I have the key to this city. I have the key to this city and Sarasota. I've done nothing
In
but
the
help
top,
this
in
county.
this,
Manatee Sheriff
yeah,
County
it's a
Office.
pass.
I did an anti-bullying program for you
Here,
guys.
here, here, here.
You guys, can I sit
Sarah,
with my
is this your
baby
car?
and go with you?
No, ma'am.
I'm
you
not a
can't.
danger. I'm not a danger to my baby. You're so wrong. You're so wrong.
David, just call me when you guys are done at the hospital, and I'll let you know about
The blanket, the blanket.
Mm.
Mm-mm-mm.
You know them blankets are so important to these babies.
You have to listen to her cry some more. I can't take it.
Mm.
That was you outside in the blue car, leaving our home.
That was
Oh, yeah, I seen him outside our home.
Did Nikki tell you the next steps and everything?
Yeah, we got the hearing within 24 hours, and I hope everybody does their job and implements their ethics and morals, because we ain't broke no laws. We have no, and this is this. Are we supposed to feel bad? You serious?
I do, and I do have empathy. I feel, you know what I mean?
Well, collectively, Manatee County Sheriff Department, that's an issue.
I know.
Individuals can make, but collectively, y'all got to change everything.
I agree.
My wife got a key to the city of Bradenton and Sarasota, and look at this.
I know.
And then I'm a service work working with children and families, and look what we're doing to our own babies.
I know this sort. I know it didn't seem like it, but this affects
This is
me
wrong,
just as much
man.
as it affects not to great
Look at
degree,
this.
but I know. So because I'll tell you that this is not a safe place to be right here because of all the traffic.
That's why we were asking if y'all could escort us. We know we were.
Now, that's how that man is trying to end this now, right? Oh, well, this isn't a safe place for us to stop and really talk about this. But they asked them, just follow us. You know where we're going. We have an appointment with y'all. So just follow us. That way we can do this in a safe place, even if you're going to take our kid. Right now, you want to be like, well, now that we've already stolen your child, this isn't a safe place for us to stop and have these conversations and for your wife to fall apart and not be able to function anymore.
And then if something go on with her mental health, you don't care about that.
No.
If that woman end up whatever have to medicate and whatever else, you don't care. You're not
Nope.
gonna care anything about that. So mm-mm.
Right. Look, 12 years ago, this woman used her fame and money and success to give back to the point where she got the keys to the city. And she didn't stop thereafter. She continued helping the community and the city overall. And this is the thanks that she gets. It's just devastating. So I posted the GoFundMe, and this GoFundMe was up for them to get their first child back. So I'm sure they'll be using it and adjusting it for both children. And I want y'all to again just connect this to what they've already pointed out is a massive fatal flaw in the CPS system, which is that the racial bias against
Yeah.
Black people and the racial bias in favor of white people is keeping white children in abusive, terrible homes and taking Black children out of wonderful homes. So we have to, when they're coming up with the bills to propose changes and whatever, we got to keep our eyes open. We've got to start fighting this stuff because it can happen to you.
Yeah.
It happen to her. It can happen to everyone.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You can't even. You just can't get. Oh boy.
I know.
Um, I need a moment, so you can go ahead and go with the whatever you have next. I'm sorry. I need a little moment.
I know it's just heartbreaking. Listen, my next story is not like a super happy one either. Um, but it's the reason why people ask me, why do I fight with these people with broke down dysfunctional mindsets, right? And it's because I see the inherent harm in this fatalistic, um, basically totally imbalanced mindset where you can't see truth, right? Like you can't actually see it. So I'm going to show y'all um, just a small clip before I tell you about this guy. Okay. Now, he is an incel, involuntary celibate, a virgin. And he has been inside of the manosphere spaces. It's a white man, so he's probably in the white manosphere spaces. He's been in the manosphere spaces speaking. So I want y'all to just hear this is clips leading up to the last words he said before the news article. Just a short thing. And afterwards, I'm going to share a video with y'all that really did a great breakdown of him. Unfortunately, his channels, his Instagram, his Twitter, they have been deep mining and pulling all of his stuff down. So, with the exception of these reviews, you can't find his stuff. So, that's why I'm going to post the video so y'all can really see, read the text messages, and maybe connect it to your broke down thinking too, because it leads to this incel snap. Okay.
I can't. I'm so beaten down and defeated by life. That drive that I once had, that's gone now. I try, and I always keep trying. But it's like I'm at the point now where it's like, why do I even bother? Like,
Why does he even bother? Like life. Why bother?
I'm still in the same house, same situation, same position. Still, everything's still the same. For the most part, it's just been me against the world. It's just been me fighting an uphill battle with a big rock on my back, while I'm seeing that don't deserve half of anything. Now they're getting a free ride to the top. The whole premise of the Terminator movies is that, you know, everything's rigged against you. There's no hope for humanity. We're on the brink of extinction. These machines are unstoppable, killing machines that can't be beaten, can't be outsmarted. But yet, humanity still tries to fight to the end. And I know it's a movie, but I like to think sometimes, I'm a Terminator or something. And despite you know, reaching almost total system failure, he keeps trying to accomplish his mission.
All right. So obviously you can hear it by the accent, and I'm sure he was very popular, Professor Waffle, because as we know, everyone here is a sucker for an accent, right? Over there in the UK, right? And maybe we think, hey, the UK is not as dysfunctional as we are, so there's a good chance it's probably not as bad. Okay, well let's see what happened to this particular UK incel.
Okay.
22 years old, y'all. Kills five,
Wow.
including
22.
22, including a 3-year-old girl in a rare UK mass shooting. Right now, I want y'all to understand this is not America. There's not mass shootings every other day. You know, the guns aren't prevalent like that. Gunning people down when you're upset at them, not prevalent like that. So the fact that he was an incel and that was the basis behind this is important. Okay, so now his real name, right? Because his YouTube name and whatever was Professor Waffle. But his real name, 22-year-old Jake Davison. The first thing he did was kill his mother.
Oh,
Yeah, for real.
oh
Um,
my. Oh.
yes, and then he walked out of his house. He walked by a neighbor who basically said, "Don't worry, nothing to worry about here, mate," and kept walking. Went into a park, okay, that's right near his house, with a pump action shotgun and gunned down 4 innocent bystanders before taking his own life. Okay, and so those victims include a 3-year-old girl named Sophie, her adopted father Lee Martin, who was 43, a 59-year-old man, and a 66-year-old woman. He also did shoot a 33-year-old man and a 53-year-old woman, but those two survived. Okay. Now, what did Davison do? He was an apprentice crane operator from Plymouth. He had social media accounts across YouTube, Reddit, and Facebook. And like I said, he described himself as an incel. I'm not calling him an incel, right? He called himself an incel. This is the community he was in. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And he would vent his frustration at not being able to attract women and even blaming his mother for his ongoing virginity. This is why he killed his mother first, right? Because
Mm.
he actually used to be incredibly close to his mother until he got into these incel spaces and the
Uh-huh.
incel rhetoric. And then it was the rhetoric that started poisoning him and poisoning his mind and creating a divide between him and his mother, whom, of course, he lived with.
Mhm.
For the record, right? It's not he lives with this woman and move somewhere else. Then it's a, I don't know.
Mhm.
You're
Mhm.
acting like you're completely hopeless. Now he said, "I'm socially isolated, have no social circle, and don't know any girls. Been in male-dominated environments most of my life. Last girl I spoke to was when I was 18 years old, unless you count cashiers in supermarkets." Like, wait, what? The
What?
18. So you haven't spoken to a girl in 4 years. You even try to hit on one and go, like, whose fault is that? That's not your mother's fault. Your mother isn't preventing you from speaking to women, from going out there in the world. You're a whole grown ass man. So you're choosing not to. And he does say that he's choosing not to, right? He has a mental block. He says it multiple occasions, mental block against being able to speak to women. Okay. A mental block against wanting to present himself, even though he was lifting weights, he was starting to feel better about himself, right? He still wouldn't speak to women at that point because he was like, women are stupid. Okay, women are stupid and women are basic. So basically, women only value good looks. So it doesn't matter if you're not good looking enough, they're not going to want you, and I'm not good looking enough. So if I speak to them, it's just going to be embarrassing or shameful or da da da. It's stuff that the manosphere told him. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. And he over
Mm.
applied it and over generalized it to mean everybody. And so there was no point. And then he was going to move out, though. He was going to try to start a life.
Hmm.
And then he had an ankle injury. An ankle
Uh.
injury. Didn't require like surgery or anything, mind you. It was just like sprained. Um, and then, of course, that just makes him so depressed, right? I always keep trying, but it's like I'm at the point now where it's like, why do I even bother? For what? Right? And that starts the rant that I just showed you guys the clip of. So he actually says he's not looking for a pity party, but the only way his life could be any worse was if he had suffered sexual abuse as a child. I,
I don't know where he got that from. I don't know, but I thought about this a couple of days ago. I was thinking about what I had, wanted to do for, have guys to get together and create things to make them safe because doing this article reaction and having all these clips about, being shot, just so many black men are being shot. And it just made me so angry to the point that I'm like, something has to be done.
mm-hmm,
And I said, okay, well, maybe I can pick a group of guys from YouTube. I'll reach out to them, see who responds, and maybe we can get together and create something. And for some reason, we didn't connect the last couple of months. And I
mm-hmm,
sent another email out. I said, okay, I'm the only one showing up to meeting. I don't know what's really going on, but you guys, when you're ready, if you're available, you let me know
mm-hmm.
what's good for you. So I haven't got a response. I was a little sad about it, but I'm like, that's okay, because I tried,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's the main thing. And then I'm not a man, but I want so much for my brothers. I do. I really do. That's why
mm-hmm,
I understand people get angry with some of the content creators that make fun of them, but I
yeah,
understand. I
mm-hmm.
really understand. Everybody is not going to get what it is that they want. That's just
Right,
the bottom line. But it is also sad that there's no one in a man's life, young man's life, to encourage him to go and try or continue,
Hmm.
because think about it, it's just so many women that we outnumber men.
Right.
So if you just keep trying, I know it's weird, but shoot, if you try 100 hellos a day from different women, somebody gonna say hello back, and then that may start a conversation. But now, if you're
Hmm.
awkward and that kind of stuff, then someone needs to teach you. But that's where the man with the masculinity comes in. That's where your
Right.
mentors and all that come into place. And I wish it was more of that instead of
Hmm.
just online talking,
Right.
because a lot of people just trauma bonding. That's, at this point, that's all they're
That's it.
doing. Like I was explaining, a few weeks ago about the scraped knees. We all
Mhm.
had scraped knees. Our
Right.
heart's been broken.
Hmm.
So
I mean, if,
wow.
if you look at this, Shar, right? Because a lot of times I like to blame, well, he was raised by his mother, by herself. Well, no, this he wasn't. And see, y'all have to understand that when you have this fatalistic view of the world, women are a monolith to you. That monolith is going to reject you until you die. Men are programmed, in essence, to want to have a wife to protect and provide for, and to have a family, and have those things. So you're just going to work until you die. Like that becomes very pointless and painful.
Hmm.
And that's not because he was raised by a woman. No, because if you look right here, it actually says that he'd been, now since being, and they go into this in other videos, since being in this space, he started suffering from some pretty severe mental health problems, right? It's really severe depression. He was experiencing post-traumatic stress disorder from other people's experiences. And then he had even beaten up his father a few months ago, right? Which then, and this was an assault charge, leading to questions as to how he was able to obtain a firearms license, right? So, I mean, these are not the cases where we want to keep trying to find a way to blame women for these situations, but y'all need to look at it and recognize that more and more of these guys are killing themselves, or going into annihilator mode where they're going to kill a bunch of people and then kill themselves, or kill a bunch of people who are, the perceived block and the reason why they'll never have happiness, right? This is becoming an increasing and terrifying trend. So I'm not saying that, again, and y'all know, pure red pill logic, I'm totally down for. But y'all with platforms, you need to be more responsible with what you're saying, and you need to be more responsible with the balance in your message. Fine, talk about all the ancient women, talk about all the terrible stuff. Great. But don't paint this picture, this fatalistic, totally untrue picture, because you know what? That's what's making these men snap. Just absolutely terrible. Just terrible. 22 years old, and he's dead now. And a 3-year old child is dead now. You, you think about how many people's lives this just ruined. How many people have committed suicide in the last couple of years that were part of this sector, right? It's absolutely tragic, y'all. And I really do think that what we need to do, by and large, right, is talk to our favorite content creators. I know it's gonna sound weird for a second, but talk to our favorite content creators, and what we need to do is ultimately tell them, like, hey, listen, okay, what I would like you to do is give us a solution. Tell us something that we're supposed to cling to, that's supposed to give us hope for the future. Why should we stay alive for the next decades, right? What does a good woman really look like? I mean, some of these people with these fatalistic approaches happen to have wives at home and families at home, and are very happy when they hang up, right? So what they're doing is they're profiting off of your trauma and off of your trauma bonding. They're profiting not off of black female fuckery. They are profiting off of your psychological stuckness and focusing on the worst possible case scenario of everything in life. That's what they profit from, right? And they want you to stay there indefinitely, because if you start getting better, you stop paying them money to show them this world and this woman, and these situations that prove that there's no hope. All modern women ain't shit. No woman would ever pick you. Women don't like average guys. Women don't only like men who are this. Women only like men who are that. Women only like men who are that, right? And so the majority of people who are out here living life with totally normal people, totally average lives, and they're very happy, very content, very much in love, very much sexually satisfied, right? That's the majority. I'm not saying the bad things don't happen. I'm just saying it's not as pervasive as they're trying to make it out to be. And I had to cover this story because I've been having this debate, this argument, shall we say, quote unquote, with an incel. And it was a question about body count, basically, that a content creator had posted. And a surprising amount of people came out and agreed with me. And this one just can't. No, pair bonding. Once she's had sex with more than three people, she's unable to pair bond. So she's basically useless to you. She's just gonna ruin everything. She won't be wife quality at that point. Why? Well, research says what research? You've never read the research, right? Like you're listening to the content creators. So, and I'm not saying that they're wrong. I'm just saying they're only giving you a small piece of the puzzle, right? And it's an incredibly destructive piece of the puzzle if we don't have balance in life in general. And this goes for the women too, y'all. This is going for the women too, because we're seeing some crazy stuff on the women's side as far as what women are doing to women are doing to men, women are doing in society. It's crazy, right? And it's from this, you're just being deluged with all this toxicity. It's crazy. We need to do something about it, and we need to hold our favorite content creators. We need to hold them accountable. And if they refuse to be accountable and they refuse to present at least a light at the end of the tunnel or some balance, we need to start voting with our feet and with our clicks and our likes and our views. We need to. I don't care how entertaining they are, because you know what? It's affecting way more than we know of men just like this. Only some of them hit international or national news.
Yeah, because
Hmm.
there's no good outcome in any of this. This is terrible, and there's so much stuff that is not being reported.
Hmm.
And that's the thing. You would think, well, no, I take that back. I was about to say you would think some of the guys would report it, but I'm like, no, because that'll go against the narrative. So never
Yes.
mind.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Whew,
know. I know.
girl, this has been something else. This, whew,
I told you, man. I had some heavy stories. Heavy stories.
I mean, heavy. And see, I avoid stuff that make me cry. I can't stand it. I
Hmm.
was suffering with depression some years ago, and I cried enough for my lifetime. So I don't need no more tears. I'm good. I'm good for the rest of my life. Maybe another life.
Hmm.
I could do some crying when I'm born. That if I'm reborn, but I'm good for this one, this body here.
Uh, I know, I know, I know, I know. I apologize. Hey, that's why I gave the warning. I gave the warning
Yeah.
ahead of time. I'm like, listen, y'all, I'm about to depress the hell out of y'all. I depressed the hell out of myself. So I can't even pretend I'm happy in this moment. Like, damn, I'm just sad. The hell?
Okay. Woo.
Hmm. Now, in the chat, guys, I'm about to post it for you. So there is a content creator who I think did some really great content. Got a lot of different screenshots of the different user accounts, and all the stuff that he had said beforehand. So if you want to get a little bit more information, definitely check out that video. It was really well done.
Oh, okay. Good deal. Let's see. Where shall we go next is the question. Where should we go
Mhm.
next? And
Somewhere
I don't.
happy, please.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm looking at my stories and I'm like, let's see. Uh, well, this I'll do this quickly so we can go ahead and do our Karens. At least we get some laughters
Some
on, and
laughs.
I'll just do the rest of this stuff another day because it looks like everything is. Maybe one story I have that's not that bad, but let me
Mm.
share my screen here, and I'll just do these two, and then we'll go on and do the Ken and Karen and get it over with.
All right, all right.
Yeah, heavy, heavy.
Mhm.
All right.
Get my Karen tabs open, y'all. You can start cheering up. The Karen tabs are coming out. Okay.
Okay, because that's always gonna make you laugh. You're like, what the world? Especially it depends on the outcome. You're like, that's right, get her.
Hmm.
Uppercut, uppercut.
Exactly.
Yeah, ain't nothing like a good uppercut. That's what Karen needs.
Most of the time. Hmm.
All right. Business owner expands her black owned natural hair care vending machine operation to a military base with a female veteran. Isn't that cool? That is so cool. I mean, to come up with, there was already the vending machine, but now she's able to expand to a military base.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that is so great. So, um, I don't know, how things are ran as far as do they, what time of the day they can go out every other week or whatever, but they at least can go to a vending machine if they just need some gel or whatever it is. It's just right there.
Hmm.
I'm like, how cool is that?
That's awesome. Middle of the night, like, man, you know how many times I need that at like 2 o'clock in the morning, everything's closed. Damn it, really need, really need that. Oh, that'd be great.
And her name is Yolanda Brown. She's a Army veteran who is selling hair care products in a specialized vending machine at Fort Belvoir as a franchisee of the black-owned Diva by Cindy brand. Never heard of that one. Um, but what's cool about this, like I said, she's by her being a veteran, she's already knowing the ins and out of how they deploy and whatever they do. So she's able to give the other woman, the hair care owner, she can say, well, this is how you can market to us because this is what we needed. At this time of the year, it was like this, whatever. So their stuff is popping. They're doing well, and I hope to find something later because I have never heard of this brand, but I'm hoping to find something later to find out how well they're doing. But I know they're going to do well because it's needed, it's necessary. So that was something I wanted to share real quick. And then one more thing, let me show you real quick. Let me delete this because I'll still have it. And I'll be wondering, didn't I cover this already? All right, this one is a little jokey joke. That's what I call it. It's a joke. Not really ha ha, but I'll just say it's clever. Let me put it that way. This is very clever. Yeah, maybe it's against the law, but it's still clever. I don't care. I give credit where credit is due. I'm sorry. When I first saw this, I'm
Wow.
like, what? Are you kidding me? And I'm like, oh, they're not
Damn.
kidding.
Damn. Okay.
I'm like, they're not kidding.
Mm-mm.
This cake, which is actually cocaine, and this is what the smugglers did. Look at it. Isn't that cool? I'm
What
sorry.
the
That is so
hell?
clever.
What? It's like,
That is
mm.
clever. I would have never guessed that's what that is.
Yeah, really, right? Like it didn't. I, is there actually cake mixed with it? Like what the hell?
Let me
That's
set up
crazy.
the story here. Let me see, where's my page? Because it always moves. Go back. People want to see
Hmm.
the picture. There you go. That's a
That's.
sharp cake, though. I'm sorry. That's a bad cake.
Hmm.
Cocaine disguised as cake leads to arrest of two alleged smugglers on Main Interstate. A dog sniffling dog, a drug sniffing dog detected the vile cocaine after authorities tracked and pulled over a vehicle suspected of ferrying drugs. Go down. The shiny blue packaging carried the image of an ice cake topped with what looked like white chocolate slivers and plump raspberry. It was perfectly white. But under the wrapper, according to the police, was a block of cocaine sprinkled with coffee grounds to make it look marbled and covered up the scent. The fake cake was detected by a drug sniffing dog Tuesday after authorities pulled over the vehicle entering, where is this? Garnier Maine, on I 295, the Maine Drug Enforcement Agency said in a news release. Following the discovery, authorities arrested John Sadino, 25, of New York City, and Chelsea Cochran, 33, of Winslow, Maine, on aggravated drug trafficking charges, the Maine DEA said. That's a bad cake though. And
Yeah.
just to let you know, it's estimated as $200,000.
Well then.
Yeah, it's a $200,000 cake. Oh, there's another picture. Let me scroll down.
That's crazy.
Cause they collected some cash too, but that's not important. That's a bad cake.
That's amazing. Like that's so.
I gotta give them kudos. That was a great idea.
I mean, like it was a great idea,
Didn't work,
right? I
but
was gonna say, like, it's good theory. Good theory.
yeah. So I'll just show that.
What I want to know is this though, right? Like, if you got like coffee mixed into that, like, I mean, I don't know much about cocaine, right? But like, how do they
Yeah,
separate it from the coke afterwards? Like,
I don't know. Get a blow dryer and blow it off the grains. I don't know. I have no idea.
right? I mean, I no, I totally understand that, right? Like, we're not actually drug traffickers, so we don't know, no. Like,
But that's a bad cake. I'm sorry.
I mean, it looks really good. Like, you kind of want to taste it, right? Like,
Marbled cocaine cake.
yeah.
$2,000 a slice.
Mm.
Would you like
Well,
some ice cream with that?
I would actually. I don't know what kind yet, right? I'm not sure what tastes good with cocaine flavor, but I mean, I don't know. That's something else. That really is something else.
Okay. All right, good people. Let me put the banner up because you know what time it is.
Mhm.
It's that Ken and Karen segment, and we get a little anxious around here when it's that time. We have our Birdman hands. We'll be a little excited, like, oh yeah, let's see what Ken and Karen we got now.
Mm,
All right, so let's
mm.
go ahead and play that intro.
Okay.
Speed away coronavirus. You are Karen.
Mm. Like, it never gets old, does it? It never gets like less funny. Like, it really doesn't. If you if we're being honest, it never really gets less funny.
It
Um,
doesn't. Love it.
all right. Well, let's see. Oh, what kind of Karen do we feel like first? You know what? Let's give you a Karen with a news story attached to her.
Okay.
Um, and yeah, we'll start with the Karen. We don't need to start with the creep Ken first. We already had enough creepy things for today. So this is what happens when black women walk their dogs in public and Karen is present. Okay, let's watch.
Oh boy.
I know.
Just 1 minute, good people.
Okay. I like that. Okay. Uh-huh.
Let's see. Yeah, it's not showing. It's
Oh,
acting up a little bit.
it's not showing.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's not showing.
what? Like at all?
Yeah, not at all.
Hey. Okay. Is
Try
it
to
because?
unshare and share because that happens to me sometimes.
Oh. Oh yeah, it's not even saying I shared it. Okay, well we'll just try this
Yeah, I'll get
again.
that orange little box. I'm like, I thought I was sharing.
Right? Honestly, I might not even have gone through it. I might have just been on the tab and like, all right, guys, you ready? And like just forgotten to click anything. Cause
Oh, okay. Well, we got it up here now.
all right, okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm still discombobulated, but it's all right. We got a Karen. So, like I said, this is what happens when black women decide to walk their dogs in public. A Karen is present. Let's take a look.
over there.
Okay, so that's why you call
You
it.
know what? Fuck you recording me right now.
Okay.
Fuck you recording
Okay.
me.
I love that.
Okay.
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 Fuck you and your fucking phone.
Okay.
Get the fuck out of here.
I live here.
How long have you lived here?
It doesn't matter.
Like a fucking month?
Doesn't
What?
matter.
She said like an effing month.
Month, right? Like that's supposed to be mean something.
Right. Like who cares? So if I haven't lived here for long enough, I don't qualify. Like as a black person, you have to live in a certain place long enough for Karen to qualify you as having the same rights as everyone else who lives there. Like
According to her.
what? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
Get out of here.
Make me.
Make me.
You know what? Bitches like
She's not
you
done. She's not
are the
done.
reason cell phones are a thing these days. Okay? Get the fuck out of here.
No.
I don't have to do anything.
Bitch, I lived here for a year and a half. Get the fuck out of
I'm
here.
not going anywhere, woman. What is wrong with you? I'm not going anywhere. I'm walking my dog. What is your problem, Karen? What is your problem? Come over here. I'll call the cops. I will call
She's
the
coming.
cops.
Oh.
I
She's
will
coming.
call the cops. Back it up. Back it up. I will call the cops. Someone better come get her. I'm not going to jail for this lady.
Get your fucking
Ass out of my fucking face.
Really?
What is wrong with you?
Listen.
What is wrong with you?
Really?
That's enough.
What is wrong with you? I wasn't
That's
doing
enough.
anything. I'm
That's
walking my dog.
Tell her
I am walking my dog.
get
Ma'am.
your fucking arm
I'm
out.
not going anywhere.
Nobody's on you. You need to go home.
All right.
Oh yeah, she didn't like that. I'm trying to tell her what to do, but
Definitely not.
she got too close. She need one of them nice uppercuts.
Turner.
No, what I like about this, first of all, is someone else did step in, right? And I
Yeah.
said that, right? We need more people who are willing to step in. A lot of people watch these stories and go, "Pff, I wish your Karen would, right? If Karen did that to me, I would this and I would that and da da da. So this woman actually did respond. The woman who is filming, right? And so I want y'all to just hear really quickly what the police told her in regards to what would have happened if she had responded the way we all would have liked to. So let's take a look at that.
Okay.
You seeing it? Okay,
Yes.
perfect. All right.
Okay, let's get into that comment. So when I actually went down to the
I
district
hate
to
when
file my police report,
Never mind.
or attempt to, I had the luxury of speaking to a black police officer who told me that they would have looked at the video and asked, why didn't I retreat when the white woman approached me?
Why didn't she retreat?
Which is
Ain't that
beyond
about
me,
something?
even though I didn't know about the stand your ground law or whatever, had I have hit her, he said that she would have had grounds to file a battery charge against me because I did not move away and then I would have struck her first. Everyone has different priorities. My freedom is a priority, but hey, if you want to, go out there and fight and tussle, do that. But with me being a black woman and her being a white woman,
Yeah, she didn't even have to finish that sentence.
Okay.
But that's crazy. So, because
Why
someone's
didn't you retreat?
right,
Ain't that about something?
right. Someone's sitting there asking you about like, yo, okay, hold on. Stand your ground laws. Someone comes and approaches you like that to physically, clearly harm you, charge you. Why didn't you do something? Well, the police told her if she had done something, what if she would have been? You have to run away.
Right, because a woman came up in her face and she was charging. If it wasn't for that guy, it would have been some physical altercations going on. And that woman knew enough to say, hey, I'm not going to jail. I'm not trying to go to jail.
Yep.
Because she already know from past history, how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It's despicable, right? That there's this double standard. We know the double standard exists. You know what? In fact, y'all, here's another double standard that exists. And see, this is part of the issue. Karen has been so conditioned, right, to
Uh-huh.
think that her all of her actions should and will go without consequence, which is why Karen does whatever she wants,
Yes.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Now this one's going to disturb us a little bit, right? But I want y'all to see. I want y'all to see this. So you see what was posted. The boy will never forget the teacher and the field trip.
Okay.
This is a teacher on a field trip. This is a bull. Y'all know those bulls, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
Mercado.
and that's a student. Right here. That's a student.
That's the student?
That's a
What
student.
the world?
That's a
Oh
student,
my
y'all.
what
The-
uh
um,
now
uh,
um not at school or which is your job, lady.
just,
If you dated him or something another day.
uh, yo, just, and this woman, you think she's leaning forward like that by accident?
She holding on.
She holding on, but she's that. Okay, now on one side, right? You go to the totally innocent side of this. That is hilarious.
It is.
It's hilarious, right? Like we can't. That was some ridiculous, hilarious nonsense.
Yeah.
But on the other side, really, that child was too old. That child was too old for that to be nothing. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you like, it was like a 6, 7 year old. You're like, that don't mean nothing to him. He just needs to hold on to you because otherwise he's flying off immediately. Fine, got it. Boy, that boy had no trouble holding on at all. He was holding on, wouldn't he? Right onto them hips. He even knew
Yeah.
what to hold on to. You know what I mean? At one point, he looked at his friends. His friends were doing stuff. He laughed, right? And then he lifts his hand up and kind of does the like smack of the ass kind of thing. Like, he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. Okay?
He
He
did.
knew. Absolutely knew what he was doing. All right. Uh, I, I don't know, y'all. Well, listen, but obviously Karens aren't the only ones who act out. Obviously. And as usual, I try to make it fair. I try to make it fair. So I have also brought y'all a Ken.
All right.
Of course, right? And again, y'all, I have both 50, right? I'm just trying to choose the best from the amazing, right? Like it's just like there is no bad Karen story. But now this dude is next level. I gotta say that this dude is absolutely next level. Um, let's take a look at him. All right. I don't even want to ruin it. I'm not gonna give any preamble.
Watch me and my cousin get harassed at Goodwill.
Oh,
Back the fuck
how
up.
about these things get bigger?
Back the fuck up. Oh, so you want us to call the police?
Oh,
So you want us to call the police? Go call the police. Call the cops. Call the police.
yes?
Call the
Did he
police.
say yes?
I need a hug.
No.
I need a hug.
He start.
Listen, cut out. Hello.
He, she.
No.
He, she now.
I'm gonna keep.
Damn.
I'm gonna keep it pushing.
Get your step and freak. You come at me like that.
Come at who? You swung at 2 girls. Get a grip.
You're not a girl.
None of that.
You're transsexual.
If it helps you sleep better at night, my love.
Adios, freak.
Excuse me. Yes. No, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
And like literally, I was like literally being nice to them. And then they got rude.
He was being nice to them.
Leave him alone.
Okay, stop it. You're gonna have to leave, sir. She didn't even pay for her stuff because of.
What is he just
Look what you've
hanging
done.
there?
Look what they've done.
Are you gonna pay for your stuff?
I'm waiting for them to leave so I can finish my shopping experience.
They're not leaving.
I'm not leaving either. We'll leave together. How about that?
No,
Come on, come on. It's my party and I'll freak.
What the world?
He's censoring himself.
I wasn't talking to them at all. Blonde or wannabe blondie here. She said something like, "Don't even talk to." I'm like, "Not. I'm talking to the sisters. Talking to the sisters doing my Michael Jackson dance."
Okay.
And then the
You're talking to me.
freaks,
You're talking to me.
the freaks gotta come at me.
Okay, but
Oh, you got the wrong one, little girl. You better laugh it off.
Better laugh it off.
You better not. No. Okay. You know what? Why don't we just turn this off? Yeah. Just you guys can leave me. Okay, go ahead. Hello.
Get your vaccine.
And who?
I'm relaxing.
I'm relaxing.
I
No, you're
just wanted to
stalking,
say-
bro. You're stalking. It's called stalking.
I'm gonna ask you nicely. Let them go about their business. You know, if you come out this door, they have the right to fuck you up, right? They do because you're following.
Yeah.
You need to get back in the store. Let's go. Get your ass to the store.
Anyway.
Damn. Yo, she won't play. She wasn't playing at all. I like her. I really like her.
Watch me and my cousin get harassed at Goodwill.
This isn't being nice. Hold on, watch. This isn't being nice. I was being nice. This is nice. Yeah, he was being nice to them.
Back the fuck up. Oh, so you want us to call the police?
That was Ken being nice. Yeah, that's what he said. I was being nice to them. Then they got all rude. They have no idea why. Just out of the blue.
Yeah. His mother would be proud, I'm pretty sure.
Right? I mean, I have to say personally that I'm almost proud of him too. Right? I mean, that was inventive. Between the tongue wagging and the darting at random things that no one can see but you. I feel like he's going to get the recognition he wants. Yeah, that's why I feel like he's going to get the recognition that he wants. I really do.
He will.
Yeah. Now, I think our very last one, should deal with some. Because I have never seen this before. For some reason, I don't know. It's weird. For all the things we've heard Karen speak on, do you remember ever hearing Karen speak on ICE specifically? I mean, ICE is in the immigration ICE. Like, I don't remember ever hearing a Karen.
No, just saying some bad things toward other people, but no.
Yeah, right? Like, obviously heard lots of racial stuff, but never an issue specifically with ICE. So let's take a look and see what the issue is in this one. And then y'all know Karen's in the Wild, one of my favorite channels ever. They always have a bonus. So we are going to get a bonus Karen as well. I don't know what the bonus Karen is. Never do. So it's going to be a surprise and a joy for all of us. Right? So let's get the party started.
All right.
Started because she has a sticker, guys, on her car that says abolish ICE.
And that's her opinion. So she gets attacked because of her opinion?
Yes. That's what I'm like, have you ever heard them speak on I've never heard them speak on Karens specifically speak on ICE as though they care. So this became such an issue for Ken and Karen that this girl deserves to get like a beat down for it.
Wow.
For real? Like,
all in the face.
Right? Like, y'all, I feel for her. Because, she just came to do some grocery shopping, just live her life, live and let live. And now she's getting all beat down, punched, hit, kicked, knocked to the ground, attacked, having to tell some woman who probably reminds her of her grandmother, as far as looks and age, to get off of her. God knows what the father or the son were doing. We don't know because we didn't see it in the camera range. But
Gee. Bath salts. Biting speakers in the face. Bath
Yes.
salts.
Right.
Woo.
God, I mean, honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. It looks like she might be a functional crackhead. I'm just saying it. I know a lot of functional crackheads. I've met them. Like there's like crackheads who are like addicted. That's different, right? But then there are the ones who smoke crack on the regular, but they work and they go to school and they do what they need to do, right? They can go without it, but they prefer not to. And that's what she reminds me of because they're always bitter and angry and scary and racist. Like, I'm gonna be real. This is what it is.
Dang.
Oh, okay. Now y'all get ready for the last Karen of the night.
All right.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. You don't know what it is. Let's see what it is. All right.
Okay.
Watch my interaction with the Karen. Okay.
That's her, all right. Look at her.
Looks about right.
How are
Being
you?
nosy.
I'm good. How are you? I want to talk about this Tigger's flag.
Okay.
I don't like it.
Okay, why not?
Talk about the flag.
Now, I thought the American flag was real nice.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't say nothing about the shrubbery being cut. I don't say nothing about the backyard. But now, I don't like that.
She don't like it.
Hang that. My brother hung that.
Well, I know. I'm just telling you, I don't like it.
Oh.
And we have rules. I won't have to go find out what they are, but I don't like that.
I mean, this isn't a homeowners association, though.
No, but there's rules for the community.
Okay.
There is called Williamsburg something, and there's rules.
Okay.
So
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying,
Uh-huh.
I don't like it.
All right.
It
all
makes
right.
it look tacky.
Welcome.
Makes the neighborhood look tacky.
It
The whole
doesn't,
neighborhood.
but that's
Damn.
Okay.
Wow.
I said it doesn't, but it's okay. You're allowed your opinion.
It's a mighty powerful house.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna find out about it.
All right. Well, you have a good
I'm
day.
gonna find out about it.
Ignored.
So this was the offensive flag.
That's it?
Yes, it is Tigger
Yo.
from Winnie the Pooh.
Enough.
I don't like Winnie the Pooh. I don't
Right?
like it. I don't
No,
like it.
It's tacky. It's ruining the whole neighborhood, y'all. Right here.
We have rules. It's Williamsburg something. I have to. I hate to have to look it up.
Right? I love the way that she lets you know, though. Like, listen, I don't say nothing about your shrubs that are cut incorrectly and your lawn that is mowed incorrectly. Listen, I like to live and not live personally, right? It's I'm good with your American flag, right? It's not a Confederate flag, but it's close, so I'm good with that. Right? I let that one ride. But how dare you fly a Tigger flag? Makes a whole house, makes a whole neighborhood look tacky, y'all. Like this flag right here makes the whole neighborhood look tacky. Incredible. I just like you're so entitled. Like you really think that the whole world should run their lives according to what makes you happy.
Right. What you like and what you dislike.
That's it. Like, like this is really. I imagine walking around in the world, honestly thinking you have a right to everything. It must be nice, right? Like,
Yeah.
Until it's disappointing because the world shows you. No.
Dang.
Epic.
Whew. Well, everyone, went from a real low to high, so that's a great note to end on. And I want to thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Article Reactions. We're here every Saturday at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I will run the commercial so it will play on the other channel if you're watching the replay, so you can see it. You're like, oh, I remember now. So that's what I'm going to do. But I hope you guys have a great week. And until we meet again, peace.
Cheers, y'all.
folks, it's your nighttime, it's your right time DJ Music. Make sure you join Char Willie each and every Saturday, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central, for article reaction, right here on your local YouTube channel. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe to Article Reaction.